Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are going to be talking about the supermoon full moon that's happening in Aquarius, and then we're going to transition into a tarot reading for the collective to see how best to utilize this energy and any advice the cards may have. And do keep in mind this is a general reading, but my intention is for you to have a takeaway message out of this. So know that there's a message in here for you somewhere. All right, with that, we're going to go ahead and discuss full moon in general. So the full moon is a time of conclusion, is a time for release. It's a time when the energy is at an all-time high and at a huge peak. So what that means is this is a great time to harvest the seeds that we planted. So if we were working toward a manifestation goal, this is the time to cash that check in. So working toward your manifestation, law of attraction, law of assumption, whatever you work with, this is going to be a fantastic time to look into that and tap into that. However, this is also going to be a great time for release, especially in the sign of Aquarius, which we'll talk about. But full moons are a huge, huge benefit for release because it is the end of a cycle and the new moon's coming in to create that new beginning, the new cycle. So right now is that great time to let go of whatever is no longer serving you any longer. And I know a lot of you already know what things you need to release because this energy is building and it's huge energy right now with the supermoon. So this is a time of releasing all of it doesn't matter whether it's people, places, things, habits, release what's no longer serving. This is a brand new, starting fresh situation where we're ending what no longer works and we're bringing in what will work for us. So release, and with the supermoon here, this is all about full moon heightened times 20,000. The supermoon is when the full moon or the new moon is the closest to the earth. So I think it's about 14% bigger, or it appears 14% closer to us than normal. So what that means is you are going to have heightened energy, heightened sensibilities right now with emotions, and more time to focus on your goals and understand that success and opportunities are right around the corner. It's so close. So the takeaway from this supermoon is to really take action. Whenever you're working toward manifesting, law of attraction, law of assumption, whatever the case may be, there's an importance to back up your intentions with action, right? So this is the time to put action to those manifestations. So if you're working hard toward a goal, let's get focused. Let's get down to business. Sorry, now Mulan's playing in my head. And really work toward our goals. But understand the caveat here with the emotions. Now, a lot of you are going to be experiencing heightened emotions, which means there are things that are going to be bubbling to the surface that maybe you have, repressed a little bit. Maybe you put on the back burner in your mind and you don't allow those to come up very often. Understand that right now, they're going to come up whether you like it or not because of this energy. And so the advice to work with it is to accept that they're coming, feel them, and gracefully and acceptantly let them move on. Work through it. Don't stay in the emotion, but understand it, let it happen, let it flow. So a lot of those emotions are going to be coming up to a head. And on that same page, when you're out in public, there will probably be a lot more sporadic type encounters with people. So understand that people who aren't in the frame of mind of understanding the moon cycles and all of that, they're not going to really relate or understand how this is happening. They always say, I know nurses especially say that, whenever there's a full moon, crazy's about, right? Because it heightens those emotions. So understand that people might snap a little bit more, people might be more rude, people might not, have grace and tact when they're in public around this time. So don't take it personally, just accept it. And unfortunately, that's the only word that I have for the moment for that. But understand that it is probably going to happen. Don't take it personally. All right, so let me check and see if there's anything else on the supermoon and the full moon that I want to talk about. I think we're good. So then let's talk about Aquarius energy. Aquarius energy, they are the zodiac that is the revolutionaries. They are not status quo. They are unconventional. They work toward equality, acceptance, nonconformity. They are the free thinkers, the free-spirited ones. They are the ones that push you out of your comfort zone. One of my best friends is an Aquarius, and she is always doing this. And I love her for it. So very much they are authentically themselves. They do not care what people think about them. They are real as can get. And they will let you know when they don't care about anything or when they care a lot. They are humanitarian. They care about equality. They are progressive, very original, and they understand their inner truths. They talk to themselves all the time. They understand what they're about and what they're not about. And this is a huge thing for this energy right now, which we'll come back to. But Aquariuses, they are ruled by Uranus or Uranus. And Uranus is also about those things. That is the planet where they talk about, that is the planet all about breakthroughs, all about breaking down the foundations to rebuild and restructure. This is a forward-thinking planet. This is the planet about evolution. This is the planet that brings you change no matter what, as well as the planet of spiritual awakenings. So what that means for us in this full supermoon of Aquarius, it means that a lot of us are going to have huge change happening. For the better, I might add. There's going to be a lot of breakthroughs. And what I'm also hearing right now is karma. So this is the time of releasing karmic debts. If you believe in that, if you don't, this is a brand new cycle. So, things that have been going on, if you felt like, everything goes wrong, everything is just changing up and not working out, this is the time to release that. Karmic debt is going to have a breakthrough here for you. Things are going to get better for you because, again, end of cycle, new beginnings. And when we talk about Uranus, we talk about restructuring and we talk about breakthroughs. So that's what's going to be important here to remember, is that we are going to be experiencing our own breakthroughs. And I love that for us, especially right now with what's going on in the world as a whole. And then specifically, we're seeing a lot of union talk. We're seeing a lot of pickets. We're seeing a lot of strikes, which is, in my opinion, fantastic because we need change and we need it now. So what that means for us is we're utilizing this energy because we're seeing a huge breakthrough when it comes to karmic cycles, right? As a whole, as a collective. And we're seeing how the structures are not working for us anymore. They're not benefiting us as a whole. So what we're doing, we're using this energy to break down those structures, break down those systems, and we're fighting for equality, for change. So you can see how the astrology really coincides with what's going on right now in the world. And so I just wanted you to keep that in the back of your mind as we're moving forward so that we as a collective can support the change, the healthy change that needs to come around, the unification and the equality. All right, so let me get off of my soapbox a little bit. And then let me just see the full moon in Aquarius, what it means to us right now. It means being authentic. And that's not a small thing. Being authentic is showing up for yourself day in and day out, not conforming to what you think other people will like. It's you being safe as yourself and showing the world who you are and not allowing other people to dictate how you show up in the world. And for some people, that might be a little bit harder to do right now, but I'm going to tell you just to be safe about how you go about that, how safe means for you. But being authentically you and knowing that, you don't want to change yourself for other people, because if you need to change yourself to fit in with other people, they're not your people. No matter what you do, you will feel like a outsider because you have to consistently change to fit the status quo, quote unquote. So this is also a reminder to detach a little bit from situations, because Aquarius energy, they can be a little detached sometimes. They can be a little aloof. They can definitely be detached from reality a lot. But I'm not asking for that. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying back off a little bit, because sometimes we cling too tightly because we think that's going to help the situation. So remember, when we talk about releasing, release what's not helping you, or you're holding on too tight to what is not going to work. So detach a little bit from those situations to see the outside perspective. Be aware of your feelings like we talked about, but understand that we also need to move on from certain things. This is very, very, very much a time to release right now with this detached energy from Aquarius, as well as the supermoon. So be ready to let go of a lot of things. And I think there's going to be a lot of tower moments for people here where they're holding on too tightly and the universe is like, I really need you to let go right now so I can catch you and prepare you for something bigger and greater for you. So there might be a lot of tower moments for some people who are clinging on too tightly. Understand that with this Aquarius energy, there may be some things that are unexpected or unconventional that will be happening. So again, tower moments. So not to scare you, because that's not what I mean by this, but there's going to be some unexpected things that are going to happen to get you to move to the direction that you need to move to for your better and greater good. And we need to accept that these are cycles, that if we're having a rough time right now, it's not going to be forever, and we are going to be moving on into a bigger, better, prosperous cycle. And the last thing I want to talk about is balance between people pleasing and being your true self. Find that balance, because I know as a certified people pleaser myself that sometimes those boundaries those lines get crossed, right? So we want to make sure that we are having our boundaries, setting them, sticking with them, and understanding that we can say no if it's not within our values, within our morals, and within our authenticity. So find that balance this full moon and understand that we just need to worry less and allow ourselves to trust more. Easier said than done, I know, but there's a lot of information. We are well within 10 minutes of just talking about this energy, and that's a lot. So there's a lot going on. Understand that emotions will be at an all-time high and that we are going to be going through it, but it's for the best. We will come out on the other side of this so much more better. So with that, let's get into our reading. All right, this first tarot card is going to represent how best to utilize the energy of this full moon. I love this. This is the Seven of Swords. This is ruled by the moon in Aquarius, which is where we're at right now. Love this. And the next card is the advice on how to move through this energy, or any subsequent advice. And we have the Fool, who is ruled by Uranus. I mean, can we even right now? This is hilarious. I love this. So let's talk about the Seven of Swords here. Most of the time when people see the Seven of Swords, they're like, who's lying? Who's deceiving me? Who is, cheating, etc. But that's not the energy right now. The energy is about inner knowing, thinking outside the box, is about your own intelligence and using your wisdom to help you through this next phase. And I want to say again, no more negative self-talk. Stop lying to yourself. Stop telling yourself you're not worthy, you're not valid, you're not fill in the blank. Knock it off. We're done with that. We're over it. So the swords is a suit that is ruled by air. It's also the suit of communication and intelligence and thinking. And so what we're going to be doing now is thinking outside the box, listening to our own inner wisdom and our own inner knowledge. We are acting more carefully, and we are being more intentional with how we go about our day-to-day, as well as our inner thoughts. I can't stress enough to how much right now in my head is just like, stop with the negative thoughts. Stop it. So I have to reiterate. If you are continuously putting yourself down, if you are continuously thinking negative thoughts about yourself or other people, other situations, your whole situation as a whole, you're going to keep bringing that energy to you. It is the law of attraction. Where your energy goes and where your focus goes, the energy goes, right? All of the intentions, if you keep saying negative thoughts to yourself, the universe is going to bring more negativity towards you. It's going to mirror that. So if you keep saying, I'm not worthy, the universe will give you situations to remind you you're not worthy. Or if you keep telling yourself, I'm not good enough for this, the universe is going to give you situations where it's going to show you, yeah, you're not. So keep telling yourself that you are worthy, that you are valid, that you are XYZ in a positive way, because the universe will show up and tell you exactly what you're mirroring. Okay, so right now we are acknowledging our inner thoughts. We are actually, you know what? Communication in general. When you speak with intention, speak with compassion, speak with, tact and all of that, as well as be careful with how you speak to yourself and other people. Like, this is just coming through of just more communication, and how you see yourself and think about yourself and how you mirror it toward other people. But all in all, think outside the box. So if you are, wanting to create something new or wanting to do something new, go into something new, think outside the box. There might be something that is an opportunity in waiting for you that you wouldn't have thought about because it's not within your day-to-day. So again, very Aquarius energy with being non-conformed, or in the non-conformist way of thinking. Just make sure that you are easy on yourself, because right now, again, with those emotions coming in, they're going to bubble up and start confusing you. And so you need to reiterate to yourself that you are, worthy, that you are valid, etc. I know I keep saying that, but it keeps going off in my head, so I need to reiterate it. And then we have this advice here with the Fool, which is, again, Uranus energy, which I love for this whole confirmation here. This is about new beginnings. This is about exploring and going off with this on a new adventure that will take you to new places of learning and really engaging in new things. And again, thinking outside the box here. This is the energy of fall and let the universe catch you. This is spontaneity, freedom. This is allowing yourself to have fun, to play, to enjoy life. If you are sitting here trapping yourself with negative thoughts and telling yourself you're not allowed to do all of this, you're never going to get to this energy. So the advice here is to allow yourself to be open to this. Allow yourself to have fun. Be okay with the unknown. All right? Because we keep trapping ourselves in these little boxes because that's what we know. That's what we have been aware of. That's what has kept us, quote unquote, safe. But sometimes we got to get outside that box and allow ourselves to experience more new, amazing things and learn about ourselves and explore more about ourselves. Again, this is about being authentically ourselves, this energy. And so we need to stop telling ourselves what we think people would like about us and what we need to change. And we need to step into our own authenticity and being like, you know what? Yes, I am a little quirky. I am a little weird. I like to wear black 365 days out of the year. That's not going to stop me from, wanting to go out and do XYZ. I don't like fill in the blank. That doesn't make me a bad person. So you take what you need to take away from this, but there's a lot here, right? So stop telling yourself all of these negative things. Get creative, think outside the box with this energy, nurture yourself a little bit more, give yourself some love, give yourself some grace. Wait for kind of like the right moment to say things in this supermoon. Sometimes we're quick to have a comeback or a clapback. Wait, have more compassion with it. That came through. Don't have a quick-witted tongue with a negative intention. Have more of a compassionate view. It's hard to do in the world right now. I completely understand. But once we have more compassion and look at ourselves with loving eyes and nurturing eyes, we can then reflect that back into the world. So we're experiencing a new beginning coming soon, a new cycle. Let's get more information here, more confirmation with our oracle cards. And we have the Astrosouls. First up, we've got the 5th, 6th, 7th house. I relate. This is the house of partnerships. Here's where we can see the personal relationships that involve commitment or cooperation of some sort. So marriage, spiritual union, agreements, societies, and business partnerships. So again, with Aquarius energy, you relate to fill in the blank. You can see yourself in other people's shoes. You can see what people as a whole should be doing, what we should be experiencing together and helping ourselves up together. So I relate. You can put yourself in other people's shoes right now. And then we have the 8th house, which is I transform. This is the house of life's enigmas, transformation, the hidden, sexuality, and death. Here is where we can see someone else's property and money, real estate, inheritance, and investments. We can also see ourselves, our deepest unrevealed wishes, as well as fears, occulticism, and esotericism. So again, transform. There's going to be a lot of changes that are happening right now. And again, think outside the box. And then we've got the new moon. This is about new beginnings, planting seeds, setting intentions, blank page, very much full energy. And we have the last quarter moon, transitions, letting go, forgiveness, and adaptation. More confirmation of the energy that is coming for us with this full moon. And then we have the 9th house, I connect. This is, again, Aquarius energy. This is the house of friendships, groups, social activities, where we are involved. It covers teams, friends, groups, society, technology, projects, and social media, as well as originality, eccentricity, social justice, rebellion, and humanitarianism. So again, connecting with other people and being in that equality state of mind, acceptance. And then we have Ceres, which is nurture. We talked about that, giving yourself some compassion and love. And then we have just the general moon card here, which is about emotions, instinct, receptivity, I can't speak today, and safety. Listen to your intuition, okay? Know that you are enough. Know that you got this. Know that everything's going to be okay, and follow where your intuition leads you. Understand that things are happening for you, not to you. Next, we have the heavenly bodies. We have the North Node, which is destined to have. We are going toward our future. We are releasing anything that no longer serves. Next, we have Mars, moving forward and defending self, as well as action, taking charge, and lighting a fire under us. Then we have House 7, again, profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. So we are finding ourselves focusing more a little bit on our relationships to other people and how we connect with others. Then we have Pisces energy. I love when this comes up on a full moon. Intimacy, intuition, and compassion. More confirmation. Next, we have Earth, which is persistence, patience, and practicality. Also grounding yourself in this energy. And then we have Conjunction, a union, merging and coming together. So there might be a lot of this energy of focusing on relationships now. This could also be thoughts, merging with other thoughts, linking up, that sort of a thing. Connecting with your passion and what your next manifestation is, or next journey or goal is. And your last one of this card is mutable, surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. Again, allowing this change to happen, knowing that everything is going to be happening for a greater good. Next, we have the Starcodes Astro. More Mars, motion, get to work, start that action, follow through. Next, we have Solar Calm, which is clarify. We're going to start seeing things in a new perspective. We're going to start seeing the way that we should be going about things. Again, more swords energy here, more clarification of what our goals should be, thinking outside the box energy. And this next one, Capricorn, I achieve. Again, what did you achieve? Look back with awesomeness and awe about how far you have come. And now what are your next goals? How are we going to plan them to happen? How are we going to make them happen for us? And we have cultivate, plant those seeds with this Taurus energy, more earth energy as well, grounding. All right. Cultivate the environment that you want, the mind environment that you want. Stop allowing yourself to have the negative self-talk because it's not helping you. It's only prohibiting you from reaching your highest good and your goals that you want to achieve. So cultivate a safe environment in your head, in your physical reality, and allow yourself to nurture that and nurture yourself. I know sometimes it's hard to do. First house arrival. The first house is all about how we see ourselves, how we show up in the world. How do you want to show up in the world? Do you want to be authentically you, like this advises us to do? Or do you want to try to fit everybody else's little molds? Knock it off with that. And I'm going to be very firm with that. Be authentically you. If your intention is for the highest good here, if your intention is to make everyone feel welcome and whole, and if your intention is to just put out nothing but good, that is enough. That is how you show up in the world. You do not need to change yourself for every other person's preferences, because when that happens, then you start losing who you are. So you need to make sure that you are intending on showing up as the best version of yourself, your favorite version of yourself, and allow the world to see you for who you are. All right? Because again, if you keep changing yourself for certain people, they're not your people. They're going to continue to ask you to change. They're not changing. Why should you? All right, let's keep moving on. Your next cards are the Queen of the Moon. And we've got power with the full moon. Step into your authentic power. You have so much to give and so much to show up as, and you are playing it small. Now is not the time. Release what no longer is allowing you to achieve that and step into your power. Lead. And now we have nourishment, which please take time to nourish yourself and your body and your mind. Whatever that looks like for you, self-care, is also nourishing those ideas, because we do have this swords energy. So nourish those ideas that you've been gnawing on for a while, that have been going in and out of your head, and you telling yourself, oh, I could never do that. If you want to be a Willy Wonka, be a Willy Wonka. Work towards that. You know what I mean? Think outside the box. You know, some people might think your ideas are a little crazy, a little cuckoo, but if you have something in your head that you know will work and that you're passionate about, put it out in the world. Again, more authenticity. Then we have purity. This is cleansing the slate clean. We are doing a new cycle coming up. And so what this purity is saying is we are starting fresh. Fresh slate. We are releasing everything that is no longer feeling good, feeling pure, as well as you yourself being authentically pure yourself. You showing up 100% as yourself. Again, I want to reiterate, if it is safe to do so, because the climate out here right now is scary, and we as a whole, as a collective, need to work for acceptance and equality. So I just want to put that out there. If it is safe to do so, show up as your authentic self. And then we have abundance. We are creating abundance. We are producing abundance. We are accepting ourselves, and that in and of itself is abundance, right? Sometimes it's hard to accept ourselves for who we are 100%, right? But when we do, we are in abundance. And abundance is not necessarily money, right? Abundance is knowing that we are loved, we are nurturing ourselves, we have relationships with people that bring us joy and fulfillment. We have things in our lives that bring us joy and fulfillment, that we are absolutely in a collective state of being of oneness, where we feel like everything we touch turns to gold. And again, it's feelings. It's that word keeps coming up again. I'm sorry, guys. Acceptance. When we have that in and of itself feels abundant. So, you know, walking your dog, that's an act of abundance, right? Because we are accepting that we have a love for another thing, and we are allowing ourselves to be out in nature. Again, I'm seeing more nature, grounding, etc. All right, let's keep going. We've got the herbal medicine, the Herbal Astrology Oracle. And we've got elder wisdom. We are tapping into our inner wisdom. We are listening to other people's wisdom. We have the intelligence with that swords energy. So focus on your inner wisdom and bring that about. Then we have ginkgo with breakthrough. More swords energy, Mars energy. Look at that. So we're going to have a breakthrough moment. Karma, again, is going to be released. We are restructuring the way we view ourselves and the world around us. We are showing up for ourselves and our community. We are wanting equality for all. We are having the breakthrough moments. And some of you are having spiritual awakenings. And our last one with this is cordyceps, which is revival. Again, this is like you're waking up, you're being reborn again, you're feeling renewed, refreshed. And this breakthrough is going to leave you feeling free, like with the wings of this eagle here. And again, more Mars energy. So revival, things are going to be changing for the better for us. All right, we're almost done, guys. We have the embodied witch here. Hold on. Anatomy of a witch. We have awake. See, spiritual awakening all around. We are unlocking our minds. We are opening our minds. We're having a breakthrough. And we have amulet. So protection, taking ourselves a little good luck charm along with us. We're focusing on the good, focusing on, making sure we feel good, we feel authentic. Then we have renew. Again, more confirmation. Full moon, again, more confirmation. All right. This is the one that I want to read out of the book because this is from the new Solitary Witch. We've got the Garden of Hollowed Moonlight. All right, so it says, nurture your wondrous yet neglected qualities. Listen more than you speak at this time. Use your senses to make sense of the world and the people within it, and trust the instincts that become sharper when the noise and light is taken away. You will soon find a peacefulness in the dark, for you can find a way to thrive and to be awake and aware when most of the world and its creatures remain fast asleep. You have awakened to the beauty of the night garden. Oh my gosh. More confirmation. So we have some meanings here. So seeking the beauty in the challenge, finding a way to nurture what most people cannot appreciate. Boom, right there. Spending time on what is difficult with great rewards to come. Sharpening your senses and trusting what your physical eyes cannot always see. A certain keen awareness that comes only for people who have made friends with the night. Again, being okay with the unknown. Finding the garden of hollowed moonlight in your own life. A harvest of beauty. A gathering of success that others will not understand, and you are watched over. With that amulet too, as more confirmation. All right, and our last cards, you guys. I know this was a longer video, but there was a lot of information that I felt like I needed to get out. So we have what we are going to be manifesting and focusing on with this energy, and this is the earthly moon and soul spirit. We've got prosperity. Love it. More prosperity coming in. We've got faith, so trust the process. Trust that this is happening for us, not to us. Trust your faith in your manifestations as well. We're going to create. We're going to have more earth energy here as well, so grounding, nurturing, plant those seeds. We've got peace, finding the peace after all of this, and also making sure you have time to meditate, making sure you have time to wind down, focus on yourself, nurture all of that stuff. We've got fulfillment, finding fulfillment in this too. Releasing things that are not bringing this energy about. Hope, adventure, more of that full energy. And we have joyous, so being happy, allowing yourself to feel loved and joyous and finding the good in all. So this energy is going to be a potent one, you guys. I am excited because change is happening. I feel like I keep getting goosebumps. I feel this as a collective, as a whole. We are all waking up. The ones who are not even like tapped into astrology or the, the witchy side of it all, they're still waking up. They're still understanding that there's a lot of work to be done. The systems are collapsing that need to collapse. And we are, working toward a greater good for all, equality for all. And this Aquarius energy is going to pop off. I tell you what. So remember, emotions will be high. Release what is no longer serving you. Stop with the negative self-talk and be ready for exploration and adventure and new beginnings. Remember that there's going to be some tower moments. So don't worry. This is happening for you, not to you. Don't hold on too tightly to things that you think, you know, is the status quo and society norm. And, you know, if you're clinging too tightly, a tower moment might happen for you. So understand that this is all good change. This is all breakthrough change, all happening for the greater good. I am excited. I have butterflies. I have goosebumps. And I think that this is going to help the collective as a whole to get our our shiz together and lift each other up and support each other. So get together with your community, have a great full moon, celebrate, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you and I like you. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.